Coming up, a breakdown of all the different perks you get when staying at a Universal Orlando hotel.
Hello my friends, it's David here from Beyond the Kingdoms, and welcome to Hotel Week Universal Edition. Just like I've done in the past covering some hotels at Disney World, this week's set of videos will cover a unique set of hotels at Universal Orlando, featuring a great variety of rooms no matter what your budget is or travel party size. But I'm going to start this week off with something a little different this time. Staying on property at a Universal hotel comes with a unique set of advantages. But not all hotels are treated the same. The budget-friendly hotels will get you a good set of perks to help you make the best use of your time, but it's only the top-tier hotels that will get you the best perk of them all. So I'm going to break all of that down for you today so that you can choose the right hotel for you and your family. But like always, there's a lot to cover today, so let's not waste any more time and jump right in.
Let's first talk about budget. Universal has 4 different categories when it comes to the price of a hotel room. First, there is of course the value option, which is now exclusive to Endless Summer Resort. Now, don't be worried that there's only one hotel in this category, because technically, Endless Summer is made up of 2 hotels, Dockside Inn and Surfside Inn. And between the two, there are nearly 3,000 rooms, on par with the mid-range options, and more rooms than all 3 top-tier hotels combined. After the value category, we then have what Universal calls the prime value category, which consists of Aventura and Cabana Bay Beach Resort. Cabana Bay opened a few years before Endless Summer and was originally classified as a value hotel. But since Surfside Inn opened up, the categories have jiggled around a bit. Next, we have the preferred level, which is exclusive to Sapphire Falls. This is considered to be Universal's main convention resort. The hotel has a few ballrooms for corporate events and caters to both families and a business crowd. It's a little bit of an odd one out because it actually feels like it should be in a higher category given all of the amenities, but it doesn't include one key perk that we see at the Premier category, which is the final top-tier classification. Portofino Bay, Royal Pacific, and Hard Rock Hotel are the trio that sit at the very top of the price scale and are classified as Premier hotels. For many years, these were the only hotel options at Universal, but as you can see, Universal has aggressively expanded their hotel game in the last couple of years. But one feature about the hotels at Universal that I like is the fact that not only do you have a good range of options between all 4 hotel categories in terms of price, but you also have a nice array of room options within each hotel. For example, you can book a room or a family suite that can accommodate up to 6 or 8 people at nearly every single hotel. You do not have to go into the high-end resorts to score bigger room for a large travel party. Now, some hotels will work better for families over others because of key features and theming, but I think it was very smart of Universal to consider larger party sizes as they built each new hotel. There really is an option for everyone, no matter what your budget is. Next, let's talk about transportation. Universal is a relatively small resort. between the 2 theme parks, water park, and 8 hotels, the property only covers about 540 acres. Of course, when Epic Universe opens further down the line, Universal will get even bigger, but for right now, getting around the resort is very easy. And there are various modes of transportation to make your stay more comfortable, no matter which hotel you stay at. I will discuss the finer details of transportation throughout the rest of the week as I dive into specific hotels. But allow me to say this. The Value and Prime Value resorts only offer a bus service to the parks, while the Preferred and Premier hotels offer both a bus and a water taxi. But there is one key thing to know when it comes to the bus system, and this involves knowing what happens if you stay off property and use your own vehicle. If you drive to Universal, no matter if it's just for one day or every day of your trip because you're staying off property, you will park in one big parking garage on the east side of the resort. Doesn't matter if you're going to Studios, Islands of Adventure, or Volcano Bay. Everyone not staying at a hotel will park here. All guests are then funneled through one security checkpoint before arriving at City Walk, where you will then walk to one of the 2 theme parks. If you're heading to Volcano Bay, you will board a bus from the main parking garage and take the quick 5-minute ride to the water park. It's very easy. Now, all of the buses that travel from the hotels to the parks will also drop you off in this mega parking garage complex. So if you stay at a value hotel, you will go through security with everyone else who is driving. But thankfully, each resort has its own bus, so that means you'll go from the main entrance of your specific hotel to the garage without making any stops. And again, since the property is small, no bus ride is more than 5 minutes. And if you're going to the water park, the buses that run from the hotels will take you straight to the entrance of Volcano Bay. So don't feel that staying in a more budget-friendly hotel means that you'll have to wait for hours for a bus or be very far away from the parks. In fact, Endless Summer, the hotel that is technically the furthest from City Walk, is only 1.4 miles away. Now, if you stay at a preferred hotel like Sapphire Falls or one of the Premier hotels, you will have the option of taking a bus or a water taxi. And again, each hotel will have its own boat service from the hotel dock to City Walk. You will not make multiple stops along the way. But the really nice part is that security will check your bags at the hotel dock, bypassing the big crowds at the parking garages. So, as you can see, different hotel categories provide different levels of access to the parks. The nicer the hotel, the better and easier it is to get around. But again, all forms of transportation are very easy. No matter which hotel I stay at, I always park my car at the hotel and it doesn't move for the entire duration of my stay. It's wonderful. Now you may be wondering, what if I don't have a car? How do I get to Universal in the first place? If you are flying into Orlando International Airport, there are 3 different ways you can connect from the airport to your hotel. First, you may be surprised to hear that Universal offers a connection service called Universal's Superstar Shuttle. This is a minibus that will pick you up at the airport and take you directly to your hotel. But there is a fee, and it's a little pricey at $40 per adult and $30 per kid ages 3 to 9. That's if you buy a round-trip ticket. The second option is perhaps the best way to go if you don't have a car. And that's by simply using a rideshare service like Uber. If you have little ones, you can request an Uber with a car seat in Orlando, but it may take a little extra time to arrive and cost you some more money. But the price is still probably going to be better than that Superstar Shuttle. And the third option is, of course, to rent your own car. You can rent a car from a company of your choosing from the airport and be all set for your vacation. But really consider how much you need that car. Like I said, it's really easy to get around Universal once you arrive. But if you only need a car for a day or so to enjoy some other activities outside Universal, don't forget that you can rent a car from Avis at each hotel. Yes, each and every single hotel at Universal has an Avis rental desk, and you can pick up and drop off a car at each hotel parking lot. It's a great feature that really gets overlooked. So, in my humble opinion, if you don't have a car, I say pay for an Uber to get from the airport to the hotel. And just stick to Universal's complimentary transportation to get around. If you need a car for a beach day or side excursion to other theme parks, investigate the price of just renting a car for the day from your hotel. It will probably be better than renting a car for the whole vacation and factoring in all of those parking fees. Next is the dining plan. I covered this briefly in another video recently, but this is where I want to explain it some more. Universal offers 2 different dining plans, which will allow you to pre-purchase most of your food before you visit. Now, the quick service plan is available for everyone. But if you want the full service Universal dining plan, you have to stay on property and get it as part of a package that includes tickets and your hotel. The Universal dining plan comes with 1 quick service meal credit, 1 table service meal credit, 1 snack credit, and 1 additional non-alcoholic drink credit per day. It is currently priced at $69 per day per adult and $26 per day per child. But like the quick service option, you have some flexibility. You can purchase this for just 1 day of your trip or the full vacation, and you can use those meal credits in whatever way you'd like. Will you save money by doing this? Possibly. But you would have to order the most expensive entree on the menu at each location to really make it cost effective. So in reality, I think this is more about convenience than anything else. But there is one key detail that I want you to know if you decide to purchase this. None of the restaurants at the hotels accept the dining plan. You can only use meal and snack credits at locations within City Walk and the parks. This includes Volcano Bay. So use this plan wisely. And remember that you don't have to get the plan for the entire duration of your stay. But if you decide to go full throttle and get the dining plan for every single day of your vacation, I would say use the meal credits for lunch and dinner in the parks and City Walk, and either do a grab-and-go item or quick service breakfast out of pocket at the hotel. And if you stay in a family suite at either Endless Summer or Cabana Bay, you will have a small kitchenette in your room, which means you can easily do breakfast on your own and head straight to the bus in the morning.
Now we get to the best reasons for staying on property. Universal offers 2 key perks to those who stay at one of their hotels: early admission and the Express Pass. Now, while early admission is available to everyone who stays on property, the Express Pass is only offered to those staying at select hotels. But let's first look at how early admission works.
As the name suggests, this feature allows hotel guests to enter the parks before the regular day guests arrive at Universal. You will always get a full hour of park time before the gates officially open. Now, originally, early admission was dedicated exclusively to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. But these days, Universal has slowly expanded it to a few other popular attractions. For example, at Universal Studios, Despicable Me Minion Mayhem is usually open for early admission. And on some rare occasions, I've seen rides like Revenge of the Mummy open up too. At Islands of Adventure, all 3 attractions in Hogsmeade are available during early admission, and right now, Spider-Man is open too. And in the past, I've seen Universal open up rides like the Hulk on top of the others as well. Now, early admission will usually only be offered at one park during your vacation. but that really depends on the time of year you visit. Surprisingly, in the summer months when Universal sees a big bump in the crowds, you may get early admission to all of the parks. For the month of June for 2021, for example, early admission was offered every day of the month at Universal Studios and Volcano Bay. And Islands of Adventure offered it from the 14th through the 30th, 4 days after Velocicoaster officially opened. To know exactly what attractions will be open for this perk on your travel dates, go to Universal's website, click on the Park Hours tab, and then check out the early admission page. You'll get all the details right here a good month in advance. But if there's any reason to consider staying at a Universal hotel, it's the Express Pass. But this is the one perk where most people get very confused. The Universal Express Pass is included for every day of your vacation if you stay at one of the top 3 premier hotels. Again, that's Portofino Bay, Royal Pacific, and Hard Rock Hotel. And you don't get the basic version, you get the full unlimited Express Pass, which means you can jump the queue at nearly every attraction as many times as you want. It is perhaps the biggest justification for paying top price over the value hotels. So as much as I love places like Cabana Bay, you will not get the Express Pass included in your stay here. You will have to pay for it like everyone else staying off property. Now, how important it is to get the Express Pass again depends on when you visit. If you travel during the busy points in the year, like the summer months or perhaps the week between Christmas and New Year's, I would say the Express Pass is definitely worth considering. But come in the off-peak times like September or early January, and you may feel that paying for Express is a bit of a waste. So I have always been of the school of thought that if you want the Express Pass, it's better to stay at a nicer hotel to get it included in your trip. But as I've said before, the Express Pass can get very pricey, especially if you buy it at the last minute. But the price difference between a room at Aventura versus a room at Hard Rock Hotel is usually better than paying for the Express Pass out of pocket for every member of the group. So make sure you do some math. If you come to Universal for a quick weekend getaway during the busier months of the year, the Express Pass will really help you see and do it all. So friends, if you're planning a vacation at Universal in the near future and debating whether to stay on property or off, I say with absolute confidence that staying at an official Universal hotel is definitely the way to go. If you're on a budget, you can definitely find a room under the $100 mark at Endless Summer if you plan ahead. And larger families will be able to find a bigger room at all price points. Now, of course, the higher the resort category, the better access you get to the parks. But remember that this resort is very small and compact. Universal's transportation system works very efficiently, and it's really easy to get around. But the two best perks are early admission and that unlimited Express Pass. They will both make your stay at Universal extra special. Every time I come to Universal, there's never a debate if I'll stay on property. I always stay at one of the hotels and really enjoy how easy it is to do a vacation here.
So there you have it, my friends, a quick look at 5 perks of staying on property at Universal Orlando Resort. But this is just the beginning of Hotel Week. Now that you know some of the generic advantages of staying on property, it's time to look at some of the hotels in more detail.
Tomorrow, I will provide a tour and overview of Endless Summer, specifically a standard room at Dockside Inn. Then on Wednesday, I'll cover a family suite at Cabana Bay Beach Resort, followed by a standard room at Sapphire Falls on Thursday, and then round out the week with a king suite at Hard Rock Hotel. You won't want to miss it. But until tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. Take care of each other, and remember, if you can dream it, you can do it.